Boom, baby, boom, baby, boom. What's going on? PG in the house, Vineyard. Mr. Soltero. Hello, Shelly. How we doing? How in the world's everybody doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Thought we'd hop on, do a little overview. Everybody okay? See my face a little bit. Good to see you. Love you guys. Doing good, Naya. Good to see you. Shrink me down here a little bit so I ain't blocking the charts. What's up, Chris? TM in the house. Hawk's Nest 316. What's up, Hawk? Give everybody a minute to get in. Night mode. We're bouncing. I gave a 595 level a few days back. We are bouncing. If you want to look, let's just drop this down here. Check this out. What's up, Chris? Diego. Diego, do you ever take a break? What's up, Jason Nash? Hey, I got your message, Jason. I'll just answer it while I'm on here, man. When you are looking to enter and buy a put or a call, are you purchasing at the money or slightly out of the money for strike price? Good question, Jason. Good question. Let's go, Alberto. Parth Dude Hat. Hey, hey. Living the dream, Vineyard says. Good. Lorraine in the house. What's up, Randy? Miss Odie. What's up? So, Jason, let's say it's early in the morning. Okay. And the purple lines are our morning market structure opening range. At this price, first candles were, around here, around 600.50 in that neighborhood. I would have been looking for probably a 601 or a 602 call, slightly out of the money. But Jason, as the day goes on, for 0 DTE options, those values are decaying so fast on 0-day options. They're decaying very quick. That by lunchtime to 1, 2 o'clock Eastern time, New York Stock Exchange time, then does anybody else hear an echo? Check 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Yeah, I'll take a quick break, Joshua. Don't go to the play button. Don't hit this play button here on the Discord when you click on my videos. Click this blue link. Let it take you out to YouTube, okay? Let it take you out to YouTube. Don't watch it through Discord. You will get a bad audio. You'll get a delay. It's no good. Even on the live streams, don't do it that way. Okay? All right. So, yeah, Jason, as the day's progressing, I'm buying more at the money. Sometimes I'll even buy one strike in the money just to hold its value better. The first hour or two, I'm usually buying right outside the money, maybe a strike out on the SPY. On the SPY. When you're looking at Tesla, things are different. Tesla opened around 326, 325, 326. If I would have been looking for calls, I probably, at that point in the day, would have been looking for 330s, maybe 2 or 3 strikes out of the money. But we sold off today. You can see those calls lost their value horribly today. So you're always going to get more volatility the further out of the money you go, and they just get wrecked if it goes the wrong way on you. So I stay close to the money for the most part. Maybe a strike, 2 strikes out at the most. I don't want to be buying options that are listing for 30 cents or 20 cents, like $20 contracts, $30. Those are like a lotto at the end of the day when there's 20 minutes left. You might buy like 10 of those for nothing and catch a crazy good move just for a lotto play. That's it. Most of the time at the money or just out of the money. Hopefully that helps, brother. Roberto Berrizos, new to the community. Quick question. The scalp setup can be taken any time of the day. Good question. I guess you're talking about Josh's scalp setups. Yes, but be mindful of the day. Be mindful, like don't expect I don't know what I'm trying to say here. Let's look at one of Josh's. For the most part, yeah, it can often come back and retest one of those levels and it play out nicely. It's pretty much meant for the day. A level is a level until it's broken pretty much. Can't show up tomorrow using these old levels though. Like things change, and sometimes things can change throughout the day. For the most part, you can use this through the day. So Tesla, he wanted a rejection short at 327.40. You pretty well got it. It was a hell of a play, really. Rejection short. That wick came up 327.30. Pretty doggone close. You could have took puts off of what would have made sense at the open. Let me get rid of this line. This is how I would set this play up. This is a good thing for us to go ahead and do together too. So this is Tesla. Josh's pre-market scalp setup, 327.43. This is what I would have done. I would have put a marker at pre-market high, pretty much right here, and that's 327.43 to the nose. If this first candle, the way Tesla moves so volatile the first 30 minutes, this first candle comes up, look what's right over it, guys, the 200 EMA. It never even took a chance at getting over it. So this was a good short, even though this one candle could have wicked you out like crazy. So you could have took the rejection there or the break of pre-market. The second and third candle paid. This first candle would have shook you out probably. Oftentimes it's good to wait 5 minutes on these setups, see what it's doing, but that's what I would have done. Now his aggressive breakdown, if you were waiting for a breakdown, 324.25, I'd have just marked it on there, 324.25. Break of that is simply the cross of price action, and I can look back here and tell you I'm quite sure he was talking about this level back here, right there. See that? Pretty much where it came back, probably Friday, right here, bounced and held. That's the support level he was looking at. So that was an aggressive breakdown with a couple targets under it. Tesla played good today, but you had to hold through some chop. Even though these trended down today, it wasn't a straight shot down. It wasn't a good flush. It was a hold. And then you got to hold this for 45 minutes, and then you got to flush. So this is a hard hold. Probably this first one, and then maybe a retest of VWAP here for one more gap down or one more flush down. So hopefully that helps, brother. Jonathan Hazer in the house. Keith. Yep, you do need momentum. Most certainly you need momentum. Now, I want to go look at the SPY. And I also want to show you a play that I got on the back burner here that a student actually brought up to me. Where is my... Do you trade mostly based on candles and patterns or level of... Palita B, I trade more on levels. I'm not a pattern guy so much. I do notice patterns. My favorite patterns are double bottoms and double tops. Those are my couple of my faves. And I played triple top today on the SPY. And then I'm going to show you a quick other play I got on the back burner. Thanks, AZ Mike. Thank you so much. So, why is Josh saying SoFi is ready to explode? I can take a quick look at SoFi. I want you to check this one out for me, though, and keep it on your radar. Serve. Does anybody see something that looks familiar to you? Anybody see this? Thanks, Panther. That's a big old cup and handle. And you got I got a lot of alerts set on this. You got a bullish flag. breaking down here. Let's see here. Can I just... There we go. Now, you got a left shoulder, right shoulder, head. This is an inverse head and shoulders. This is a cup and handle with a big old target on it up here. And you got this bullish flag down here. Guys, please keep this on your radar. Please, please keep this on your radar. I've got some alerts set. You know, it ain't a for sure thing. Nothing is. But it's awful pretty looking. This is one of those patterns, you know, patterns often play out. Not 100%, but they often play out. So even on the daily, I see this. I see that cup and handle really nice. And there was a student, I didn't just stumble on it. There was a student asked me about it, and I got to looking at it, give it a little analysis, and thought, man, you know, this looks pretty nice for the patterns, I will say. But I also got to respect the technicals and the oscillators. Now, the oscillators are still giving us some bleed off, some downward pressure. Earlier in the year, I think Josh did this play once, from back in here up towards the highs, like, and it played like crazy, and it tanked. I don't know why it tanked. I can't remember. I think Nvidia cut ties with them or something, and that caused them to tank. But you know, when something tanks, it also creates some opportunities for us. So we can keep this on the radar, and I would definitely be watching for like the 4 hour to give me a cross up back here on the MACD. A little early indication of what the 1 day might do. So I got to get something going, and you know, RSI on the 4 hours getting low. RSI on the daily is sitting at 50. So it can still drop some. It can still drop some. Possible support levels for this. If I just measure the cut part, you can see we needed to get over this 1350 area. We could come on back down here towards 7. I don't know that would void the cup and handle to come down this far. But there is a gap in volume here. We could drop coming in down here. There is some consolidation if you see it on the daily right here. Nice little chunk, and that's actually where we're sitting right now. So that would be cool, or this would be really cool. 970, 975, maybe worth taking a chance there. Josh gave some levels on it. What's up, Faiza Anwar? What's up? What did Josh say about it? If it crosses 12, that would be a trigger for a test of those resistance levels. Yeah, I don't know. I'll be watching this for you can see that on the 1 hour here when you break it down. You can see this consolidation here I was talking about. See that a little easier now on the 1 hour, how that works. So yeah, we could get back down here to 975, definitely. I'd love to hold this upper range maybe, but this would be, I might take a stab here. I might take a stab here and see low position size, give it some room. It's not a bad level here, 1050, something like that. If you know, call it, if it crosses. Yeah, he's got it. He's got like a descending bullish channel, I guess is how he's drawn it. So I guess he wants it to cross 12 as a trigger price. I'll put one at 11.90. So keep that on your radar, okay? Keith, you see an order block somewhere? Looks like some decent support down in here. Keep my eye on it. What's the 1 hour? Yeah, it's broke under this. I mean, it could be getting invalidated. I don't know, but the pattern is there. The pattern is there. We'll see. We'll see how it plays out. I got it on my radar. All right, best I can do. I'm gonna get off of it before I get hung up on it. All right. Let's go with the SPY. I want to show you today, and then we'll see what we're looking at. How far should we go out on the SoFi? How do you put the minute intervals on top like that? These time intervals up here, Randy, is that what you're talking about? And okay, Gomez, thank you. Thank you. So, is there something on SoFi? What's up, Raj? What's up, Raj Deep? How are you, my friend? Oh, okay, Faiza and him. Good to see you. Good to hear from you. So, did Josh say SoFi? Yeah, you should do a drop down tab here, or if you just see one time frame, do a drop down tab. when you highlight these time frames, you're going to come to the right. You'll see a place to add a star. So if you want to add a star to a time frame, that will save it. Like if I want to add the 2 hour, okay, put a star next to it. Now I can go up here and it's one of my quick selections. Yep, there you go, Randy. Hopefully that helps you, brother. Yeah, LD, I think, well, I'll say this. When I get in, I'll post when I get in. I really I'd like to see how it reacts with like the $10 level. Okay. Yeah, we can look at SoFi right fast. No problem. Let's look at it. Let's give it a look-see. Let's give it a look-see-duck-see here. Randy, that's no problem, brother. That's what I'm here for, man. Here to help. What was Josh's thesis on SoFi? Oh, Josh had SoFi levels yesterday. Man, I don't like this chart. Nice job, Raj Deep. Glad to hear that. Keep it coming. Keep that good news coming to me. I want to hear that you're being disciplined, brother. Josh said longer term play with upside potential. Okay. Yeah. Man. Might as well just get it all. Okay. To me, SoFi is like one that you want to keep up with the news with. I used to play it some. This was a great investment a year or two ago, a couple years ago. Dollar cost averaging in while I think while Biden was in and they were having problems with, what was it, loan repayments, student debt, something like that. They were wanting to forgive it all, and SoFi was going to get hit hard with it, and that was some good time to be dollar cost averaging into this. I like it over 1650. It's a bit of a slower mover to me. Could be a decent swing. I have trouble with these tickers, man. I really do. All this volume is, to me, down here was the play. Breaking over first this POC and then the shelves above it. I would have wanted it here for a chance right there. Obviously, this is decent support. It came all the way back down. Checked it once right here at 9. So you could call 9 or 875 pretty good support. Makes sense. Makes good sense. And Here's last week. So 14. Got some support at 14 here. Let me get this again. Get this last move. Okay. Definitely 14, brother. Right there it is. 14. That's good support. You got a little bit of support here. 1430 to 14 flat is nice. If it loses 14, you're coming back down here towards 13. That's what there's just not a lot of range on this. Not a lot of range on this. So I'm not like it could be a hell of a move, but I'm not super into it unless you're wanting to do like a long-term swing with it. I could see that. That'd be my thing. Hopefully that helps a little bit. I don't like those type of profiles. I don't chart them as well. It's my cat. What's going on here? My cat going crazy. Josh said it could pull back to 1380. Makes sense. Chris, that's the fixed range volume profile. Bullshit by 15. I like that, Raj Deep. Yeah. No cat. No cat. No. Okay. Let's get today's play from SPY. This played really nice. What I said earlier today on the live. When we were coming in on this first run, if we go to, hang on guys. Okay. Yes. Oh. Okay. That cat is persistent. I'll give her that. Okay, let's take this replay here one time. I want you to look at something, guys. Now, here's pre-market this morning that we're looking at. No indicators, okay? No indicators. I want you to look just at the volume profile from this point back to pre-market of yesterday. And look at all this junk up here. You see that? That cat said, SoFi. SoFi. So, when we made our way up to this level, or close to it, that's when I got out. That was it. Wasn't a great day for me. Early on the live, it took a while for stuff to start moving today. I did, however, play off this level. I want to show you why I played off of it, because when you go back and look at all the volume yesterday, we took off and ran to the top and bled off the whole day. It was a trend for the first hour. That was it yesterday. Then we chopped our way down. Would have ate premiums up all day if you played this on the way down. Now, when we opened up today, we got, let's do our indicators just so everybody's, Here's your opening range. Pre-market high and low. Okay. Got faked out a couple times right here. Right there was fake out number one. Looky there. This candle tries to go across pre-market and across morning market. Fake out. Doesn't close. So you got to respect this line. If you're like me sometimes, I like to catch the crossing of the line. Why? Because it gives me a better entry. But if you don't have the account to get back in and cut this, don't do it. You got to wait for a candle to confirm. So this is my go in, but I can't hold it if it can't hold my line. Here's the next candle coming. Boom. Now what's the difference? This candle here closes above morning market. It didn't open and close, but it did close above it, so it gave me more willingness to hold this play. But when we got up into about right here, I told everybody I was out, was taking my profits. It was a decent pop. Nothing to write home about, but a decent pop nonetheless. We got a win off of it. Okay. Why did I get out? Well, this is all this junk. This is why I got out. Look what we're coming into. Why did I want to hold that? There's no way. I did not want to hold that into that structure that we chopped in all day yesterday. Now, I will say on the, where did my MACD just go? Huh. Okay, here's MACD. Maybe I hit it, I don't know. MACD looked nice on a 5 minute. Let's look at a 10 minute. Looking okay, right? 15 looked nice. So that was a nice little run up right to there. But structure is structure until it's broke. Look where we started rejecting it. Now, oh man, why does it do that? Sorry guys. Okay, there was one chance at it right there. So now this becomes the high of day, right? This becomes the high of day. For me to get interested again, I either got to catch a play coming back across morning market because we just lost it, or we got to make new highs. It's your choice. Really, I would rather break highs to go long there, or I'm going to take it short off this next run, and that's what I did. I did it while I was on the live with somebody, and I ran 50% down on these. So what would change me here? Look at that. Look at that strong candle right there we just got. Right there. It looked bullish, right? The 5 minute flipped. It crossed the MACD. The RSI was nice. It looked bullish. I will say it looked bullish. Let's look at a 15. 15 looked bullish. This was a hard play. But I'm trusting my line until it's broke, right? High of day is high of day until it's broke. Look at that rejection. Instantly rejected again. Now things start changing. Looky there. So it's okay sometimes. I got this candle here. This one was a big move for me. It's okay sometimes to take rejection or to take the bounce at support. Look at that move. Heck-gone it, I did it again. Look at that move. Now this one breaks pre-market low, but it comes back in. One of the quicker ways you can get this, if you're going to try to scalp this down, is, playing rejection off this. I caught these 3 candles, and then I caught a big chunk of this second move, because 1, 2, 3 rejections. It is, no matter what the oscillators are saying, it is resistance until it is broke. Even when they want to say, well, it looks bullish. It looks bullish. Go back and rewind this one more time. These were flipping around on a 5-minute. On a 15, let's see how it changes on a 15. Look at that dip right there. One more candle. Another rejection. Look at that. Now we got another cross down. All this was chop. It's not able to pull away. Look what happens when the RSI pulls away from the signal line. Look what happens when the MACD pulls away from the signal line. But look what happens when we're not really pulling away from it. We're just on it and off of it, on it and off of it. And this MACD is getting closer back to the zero line. It's not spreading away from it. It's coming back closer to it. It's not, if it's moving in price action, it will create separation from the signal line. When we cross it here, you can then see it begin to pull away from the signal line in a bullish run. Okay, let me get this that's right, LD. Yannick, hey Mike, I struggled with confidence. With confidence, I take the cross, but it fluctuates and it makes the move. Okay, Yannick. Rebecca, I'm not in SUI. I'll look at it for us right fast. You have on your volume profile. Lorraine, I'll try to do it real quick. Yeah, I've let everybody screenshot it before, but I'll do it again. Okay, so looking at the volume profile just by itself is really nice way of knowing what you're coming into. And I was just measuring yesterday, right? Knowing that all that chop was up there from yesterday, I was not really incentivized to try to hold this unless we came back on these 5s if we came back tested, let's say VWAP, and then shot on up and started making a new high. But instead, VWAP held for a while today. It did bounce off VWAP several times, but we never made a new high, did we? Right here again, right here, and right here. Never could break out. We never made new highs. So why am I incentivized to go long at the top when we're not making new highs? Things are hard to read sometimes. I get it. But when we're all over this signal line, it's chopping. It is chopping. And the same with the MACD. It was just all over each other. It can't break away from each other. No clear trend. No clear trend. This is a trend. This MACD is a trend. Separation from the signal line. Okay. Now, there's to short this, to go short on a day like this. Right now, your range was VWAP to the top, VWAP to the top, VWAP to the top, or the top down to VWAP, one or the other. Now, this time, things changed. The RSI, much like the chart will show us, the RSI then started making a new low. Just as in we couldn't make a new high. Well, the RSI was not making new highs. You see that? Each time we came to the top, we came up on lower buying pressure. So we hit this next candle replay. Boom. There's your first target. Why is that your first target? If you took up here, if you either took puts off the top or you took the crossing back into morning market, your first target becomes the bottom of morning market. Level by level. Treat these as levels. Level by level. Level by level. When this gets broke, my next level is pre-market lows. Actually, I had a bonus level here because of pre-market. Came up, reversed, caught right here and took off, right? So that was a level for me. Look exactly where we bounced right there. Now, it didn't hold, but that was a level. You can watch it flush here in just a second. It begins knocking on the door. Finally got a break. There was your flush. Pre-market lows. My next thing is to hold under pre-C. Level by level. Then this becomes my resistance, this pre-market low. We would have to get back above this for me to get bullish on any kind of reversal. Instead, you can see it struggling with it. Here you go. Thanks for the thumbs down there, bud. Maybe it was an accident. All right. Let's go out of bar replay here. I like to go back and review these and analyze what I did wrong or what I did right, what I missed. Because I'm going to tell you right now, even though I couldn't be on live, I was doing coaching, I caught a chunk off of this. Just by the simple principle that we've not broke high of day. We've came at it 3 times. Why am I trying to... I either got to wait and be patient and say, I've got to get a candle to close above the high of the day at this point to get bullish. Or I can start saying, maybe we're not going to break high of day. High of day is the high of the day so far, and it's going to remain high of day until it's broke. So I'm going to go short off of it. I made bank off going short up here. Now, I had levels listing on my pre-market levels this morning. 598.30 and 596 were my go shorts. So if you played those, wow, it was just right here. That was it. So this one was this was my lower from pre-market. That was just breaking pre-market lows. It barely broke it, but it broke it. So my lower levels never got hit. 596. What the hell's on me? Got a bug on me. 596 never got broke till after hours. So, yep, none of those levels really panned out that great today. If you were in the live, you had these levels though. Breaking under, even if you didn't want to take it, say the safest thing, if you wanted to go short today, was simply waiting on morning market lows to be broke. You could have played it from here down. Pre-market low is your first target, and then just under it. 595.50, I think. That was last week's lows. So that is my current. That is my current next level down. Okay. Now, let me catch up to SPY. Let's see here. What about break of structure, high-low? Will make you feel confident to take the play even if volume isn't there to confirm the move. Yeah, Mike. I'll just be honest with you, man. I don't use volume. I know volume. I know it takes volume to make a move, right? I can't sit here and tell you why this does what because of volume, because of these volume nodes down here. I can't tell you. I don't visualize them. I don't look at them, and it doesn't jump out to me. I just don't use them. But I like the volume profile because it goes across my price action, and it's a visual for me. So here's my volume profile. Somebody was asking. Let me just take this stuff off in VWAP. Okay. I'm going to go to a 30-minute fixed range volume profile. I'm going to the current candle being printed just to the right. I'm clicking once. And then I'm going to go back to last Monday. I'm going to get the whole week. There we go. Okay. Now, perfect. Absolutely perfect rejection today. Tell me that's not a perfect rejection. Right up here. Look at that. Perfect rejection. We are, I got to go back now further. Ah, come on. Get this off here. Okay, here's my settings. I'm going to click it, bring the settings up. Go ahead and screenshot it. I'm starting at inputs. Rows layout. I just leave it as number of rows. Row size 30. Volume, I do up down volume. You can do total, and it changes to one color. I don't really do, I've never used the delta part, but I usually do up down. It shows you the blue is up volume, the gold is down volume. Value area volume 100. Okay, you can always go rewind this. Go ahead and take your screenshot. Now click style, take a screenshot of this, and it's called fixed range volume profile, and you have to be on a certain tier of trading view to get it. I think the middle tier gets it. I gotta have a peppermint, guys, I'm sorry. Okay, width of the box, this puts my price action out further, or the volume bars across the price action. You can be insane with it. One thing, Webull has this in a cheap way, but you can't adjust this any. Like, that's as far as it'll go out. I want to see it come across my price action, so that's usually around 100, 110. You can adjust it a little, 105. I changed these colors, and I dropped the opacity down to about in the 40s. So go blue, gold, blue. I just like to be able to see the candles being printed on top, so that's why I adjust opacity. And then the gold, you can see, I like it kind of dull in the background. Okay, blue, gold, blue, gold. Value area high, value area low, POC, point of control. I do blue, blue, white. I make the POC bright white, and I make it a dotted or hyphen line. That way it sticks out more. Okay. The point of control is where the most volume in that measured range has been traded. It's going to put that break, those hyphens on there for you. That is like a magnet. That's the point of control of this area. That's where the most volume happened. Now, you can see this section above here was really close to this same section that got the POC. So this was a big old volume bar. You can see these volume bars back here do not hold a candle to the amount here going across this. Now, the value area is just simply the area that you have measured. If there's several different volume profiles, this one is fixed. It just means we're measuring a certain amount of time. This way I can go back 2 days, I can go back a week, I can go back 2 years and measure it. However much I want to go back. So it's fixed range, okay? Shattered sky, I do, and Josh does too. How did I get my 60163 on the top? Thank you, Brad Bryan. So Raj, you was talking about that fake out candle earlier. How do you avoid that? Well, Raj, you can avoid it by one of two things. You can wait until at least a candle gets closed above that line for more confirmation. Or you can, sometimes people wait for a candle to open and close over that line. If I took a stab or two at it, it didn't go, then I'm probably going to wait for a candle to close above it before I'll go into it again. And I'm doing low position size when I'm taking the cross, and then I'll add to my position. Okay. So, yep, this is my setup for the volume profile. Inputs here. Now, when I'm doing these, I'll go back an hour sometimes and get like a whole swing. Now, if you go to the 4 hour, let's go get this whole move. Guys, look where the volume's at. Does it make sense why it's so choppy up here? It's all up here, right? I think I said this the other day, but I think around 575. I hear it right here. Well, I don't want to lose 586. And then I don't want to lose 578.50. Things begin to fall off down through here, and it gets ugly. It gets ugly. So bulls really need to defend this up here between 578 back up to the top. In the grand scheme of things, that's not a lot. Not a huge move. So I would suggest if we continue down this path, this is the 4 hour. I'll show you something here on the MACD. Look at this, guys. This 4 hour is about to cross down through the 0 line of the MACD. If it fires through here, that's going to be a move. That's going to be a move. I could definitely see us coming back to test the bottom of the POC down here around 586. Right here. Could definitely see this. So don't forget, you heard it here first, right? Where's on the left side? Oh, sorry, Chris. You get the numbers on the left side. Go to settings here. Under style, it says there's a check mark here that says values. Click values, and you can change the color of the value however it's written in there. Make it whatever color you want. Yeah, it's right there. That's telling you how much was traded on that volume bar. 55 million up volume versus 51 million down volume on this bar. So sometimes you can find where there were previously a few more buyers than sellers, but really what I'm looking for is the totality, and it may be better for me, honestly, in all aspects, to make this a total. Let's see here, the volume to be total instead of mixed up and down. The main thing I'm looking at is the volume as a totality, but I'll leave it up down. So however you want to run it. I'm telling you right now, 586, we could definitely revisit 586. And the 4-hour RSI is at 44. If this 4-hour RSI floats below 40, we're going to cook to the downside, and I would imagine a bounce right here around 586 area. Okay. Thanks, Josh. I appreciate that. Vineyard, thank you. Trading View seems pricey to get a decent amount. Vineyard, Trading View can be a little pricey. I would encourage you to check them around holidays. If you're going to invest in yourself, invest into it. You can usually buy it for a year at a time, and it was like half off. If you got, I don't know what it'd be, $300, $400, $500 maybe. It saved me half. I did it a couple months ago. JSR04. The 4-hour is a pretty heavy time frame. I place a lot of value on it next to the daily. Now the daily, you can see, has finally started separating on the MACD. We have separation from the MACD from the signal line. For several days, remember, I was telling you it was just intertwined with each other and not able to make a decision which way to go. Now you're seeing this MACD pull away from the signal line. It's just an earlier indicator, JSR. It's an earlier indicator of what might come on the daily time frame. If this happens on the 4-hour, it's more apt to also domino effect onto the daily. Okay. Now, what else can we do here? So there's the 4-hour. And for anybody new on TradingView, you can any of these panes. These are your chart candles are in one pane. Your RSI is in another sub chart. MACD is in its own sub chart. Anytime you want to just have one of those up, you just go into the pane and double left click, and I can zoom in on the RSI, or just have the candles up for a larger view. Anybody new to TradingView, you need to know that. How do I upgrade to? Hey Daniel, first of all, thank you for even asking. What you do is you go on to WAP, which is where you get charged now for your subscription. Go to memberships and cancel your subscription, and then you can click on let me see here if I can bring it up. Thank you for even asking though, man. It means a lot. So if we pull my video up tonight, here's the video you guys are watching. If you touch on, let's see, scroll down. All right. Right here where it says more. If you're on your phone, it'll probably say description right here or something like that. So just click more, and it's going to say support me here. That is my link. You just cancel yours on WAP and then resubscribe with mine right here. That's how you do that. And then I've also got tip jars in here, and the Webull link is in here. TradingView link is in here. Blowfin link is right here. And then here is my email for one-on-one coaching right here. spy.lordscalps@gmail.com. And if you haven't yet, will you please hit the like button? Looky there, I just liked it. And then hit the subscribe button if you've not already. Wherever it is now, I can't even find it. So you should be able to see it on your phone, or click my channel there and go to, well, it's my channel. So I guess it'd say subscribe right here. Yeah. If you've not already, if you have, thank you so much. It really helps my channel grow. But yeah, that's how you can do that. That's the biggest way to support me, man, and I really appreciate you even asking. Thank you. So, the coach, Lord, yeah. That's what I feel like, man. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you. Yep. Vineyard said, yeah, let your subscription expire or cancel. If you know what date they're going to charge you, you can let it run to the day before and then cancel, but it's going to prorate you for if you cancel today and you have 5 days left, you're still going to be in the Discord for 5 more days, and then you can re-up using mine. Thank you, Mike, AZ Mike. I appreciate that, man. We did a session a week or so ago, Mike. Mike killing it, son. Mike is killing it. So Ong Sai, if I'm saying that correctly. Am I bearish tomorrow? I am somewhat, yeah. News can happen easy. When I put us on a 15 and I blow it out, get my peppermint going here. Oh man, I gotta wrap up too, guys. It's getting late. So if you look, we are not that far from the POC from the past 2 weeks. It's not going to be a straight shot down, but I'm looking at last week's lows here, definitely, which is right where we bounced. You see that? Now, if I told you this is Tuesday, or this is today, here was yesterday, here was Friday. Friday printed the low of the week for last week. Previous low of the previous week, that was Friday, Thursday, Tuesday, Monday. Was that Monday? Down here, which is at the bottom of the POC. That makes sense. Right there. We're going to make that dotted, make it 4 point. Make it red. Now, yeah, that's that number. That's why I had that. 595.50. Great level. If we break this 595.50 area, not much to hold us till 591. Now, I ain't saying we're going to break it, but things are leaning bearish. I could definitely see it. If we, I would say right here's another level. Right there. Here we go. Under 595.50 to 591. Then that 586.50 level. Okay. That's easy. That's not that hard to get to, for sure. Let's get a 1 hour look. You can see it tried these highs once, twice, 3 times. Triple top again. Denied, denied, denied. This one, pretty much the same. Most of that run up was after hours or pre-market. So, yeah. This is, so I feel like we're going to pull back to some support before we can bounce and take another stab at highs up here in the 600s. That's kind of how I'm leaning. And Papa Pal, you're right, Hawk's Nest. So is he talking tomorrow? My Raj Deep, thank you, brother. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Yeah, Raj, tell you, man, I care. And anybody that does a coach with me, or if you subscribe with me, I'll always try to give you, if you need something, I try to give you a little more attention, and just out of appreciation, really. Everybody I've done a coach with, if they call me back or message me, email me, or whatever, I always get back to them. If they need something, they got a quick question. There's one lady, she may be on here. I don't know if she's on here tonight. VCD McDaniel. We've done several sessions, and there's been times where she's had mistakes with her charting and charts. Then I pick up the phone and holler at me, and I fix her back up. So I love treating everybody good, man. I'm here for you all. I promise you that. Yep. FOMC at 1. Thank you for the update. So, if you run like a semi-small account, I would tell you that tomorrow might be a very choppy first half of the day. Okay? And I'm going to look at SUI before I go for the person asking for SUI. If we if you use all your money the first half of the day and you don't have any more trading money, well, if the FOMC comes out and does something wild or something and we get the crazy move, you're not going to have any funds left to trade with. Now, FOMC can be highly dangerous. I don't recommend anybody brand new to be trying to play around with it. You're going to get burned. If you're a little experienced or if you're a little on the seasoned side, you can get some big moves from FOMC. So be sure to reserve some capital tomorrow. Be sure there's a few different scenarios. I've seen this happen a few times. You break out of morning opening range breakout, and you really slowly trend a certain way. FOMC comes out, the whole thing reverses the other way and goes ballistic. That's one scenario. There's another scenario where we absolutely stay range bound and the market waits to hear what he's going to say before it starts showing its face. That's definitely a scenario too. So keep that in your mind. If you do catch a good play early and it trends really slowly though, but it pays decent, take your profits and really be careful, because it very well could reverse completely. Okay, 1 p.m. VI Princess, thank you. And let's pull up SUI. I'm getting sleepy, guys. I gotta. USD. There we go. Let's get some SUI action here. Oh, man. My sweet baby SUI. Okay. It did, Rajdeep. I remember that. I totally remember that. You like the Rocky of stock market. Hawks net, man. Dun, 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 dun. The Rocky of the stocks. I love that, man. Let's get some bring it, baby, bring it. Oh, man. I like that, brother. So, how long do I live trade for Shattered Sky? Ongsi, thank you. I'm beat too. I'm going to look at SUI, though. I said I would, and I'm going to. I usually live trade the first hour and a half. That's where the liquidity's at. So that's usually what I do when coaching. If coaching slows down, or when I decide to pull it back, I may start in the fall, just doing like particular days of the week where I coach, and if I've got time, I would come back on in the afternoon sometimes and trade. Some of those moves are, I mean, it's just a roll of the dice, what you're going to get, but it is worth it sometimes. All right. The daily on SUI. Not looking good, but RSI. All right, it's got some more room down. You can see it could get down here between 230 and 175 very easily. When all is said and done and the crypto winter comes, you'll be getting this thing hopefully here at $1.80. Worst case, probably more like down here in the dollar range. And I will buy it up. That's where you make money at in the crypto winter. You can take a year. You can do what I did, work extra jobs. Was sometimes working 3 jobs when I did crypto last time, and really dollar cost average in. And to be honest with you, my first round through this winter, I didn't have great picks, but I still ran very well. Trudy, thank you so much. It's the first time I've seen your face or see you say anything, I believe. So thank you for being here. And thank you for saying that. Rudy, DJ Mike in the house. Thank you, Raj. Okay. So SUI, to me, it's sitting on support, man. You don't want to lose. Yeah, you don't want to lose this. 280. It's sitting right on it. On the daily. Wouldn't surprise me a bit for this to bounce a little here. If you lose 280, you can come back down towards 230, 235. Yeah. Very easily. Big boys, what's up? Santiago, coaching sessions are 1:30. And the email is the email's in the description of this video. spy.lordscalps@gmail.com. Rebecca, you're most welcome. I would just be careful with Sui. 285. Don't want to lose that. And then it can come to 170. So, yep. All right, my friends, I'm going to call it. Grateful Bitcoin. I don't know what that's called. Total 3. I'm not sure what I'm looking at here. I don't keep up with this much. That's like a combination of everything that's not Bitcoin or something like that. Excluding Bitcoin and ETH. Okay. All right, guys. Ronald Coleman in the house. What's up, Ron? Yeah, me either, Hawks. I'm out. Randy Figueroa, thank you. Lorraine, thank you. I appreciate each and every person, and I love you from the bottom of my heart, and I want the best for you. I want the best for you. Yeah, Ondo. Man, I tell you, Ondo's another one I'm going to buy in the winter. Never look back. Man. Looks like a funky Head and Shoulders, don't it? Shoulder, head, shoulder. Head and Shoulders doesn't have to be identical. Ondo's tough, man. mean, it's got to get above 105. I think Josh had a good play on it that last time he gave it out, and it just simply bounced off the POC. This time it did not. Ever since it's worked down, so I know it's a fairly new coin. You don't want to lose 70 cents. That can get nasty to 50. And on the daily, man, it's still weak looking. I would love it if it hit 30 on the RSI on the daily. I'd be apt, if Bitcoin is still holding strong, I'd be apt to take a position off of that for a pop. But I would want I'd want a 4 hour to start giving me looks of a cross up on the MACD. It's on some support right now. A little bit of support right now. Down to 70 cents. Better support at 70. Okay. Thank you, brother. Yeah, okay, guys. No, I appreciate it. No problem, big boys. Guys, if you want to support, everything's in the description. There's tip jars in there. My link for the Discord is in there. That is the biggest help for me. If you would be so kind to take, if you took 5 minutes or 10 minutes, it's the same price you're already paying. All you got to do is cancel your subscription. Go to my link on any of my videos, click it, and resubscribe with my link, and that really supports me. Okay. I appreciate you all so very much. I love you, and I will see you in the morning. I should be on Josh's stream tomorrow morning. Yep. So, all right. Be careful tomorrow. Be careful tomorrow. FOMC 1 o'clock Eastern, 1 or 1:30. So we'll check it out, see what's going on. Yeah. All right. Much love, guys. Thank you. Thanks, Country Panther. Sergio, thanks. Boom, Vineyard, good. Boom. Thank you. All right, peace, y'all. Hit that like button on your way out.